Yo, what's up? Good morning, good morning. So we're currently experimenting a little bit with procedurally generated shapes again and some shading stuff because I want to make my blobs, I want to make my blobs look sorta good when we start animating them and stuff like that, and that's what we're currently trying to achieve here. And it looks all right so far. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of an issue here. It's not, I guess it isn't that apparent with this shader, but if we just smack a normal shader on top of this one instead, so world normal, we can see that it looks like this. It looks okay everywhere except for this little line here. And I think, yeah, this one is currently, the normal here is currently calculated by recalculate normals. And then we calculate the tangents by recalculate tangents. So that's Unity's, like Unity Mesh's own way of calculating it. And I think we've been down this road before, and this one is pretty much, it just takes the connected neighbors and calculates the normal from that. The reason we're doing it with this right here is because I wanted to make sure that the UV sphere, create UV sphere method here was done in the correct way. The result of this recalculate normal here tells me that we probably have an error somewhere. The weird thing is that, let's see here, we have two ways of calculating this sphere shape that is our blobs. Because eventually the idea is that we can decide the shape of these blobs by an animation curve, which will help us create variations. So 0 is pretty much going to be the width at the bottom of the blob, and 1 is going to be the width at the top of the blob, and then we can choose between those two how it should look. So we have these calculations, which handles the animation curve implementation, and then we have these calculations which just do a regular old school UV sphere. And we can check how it looks with the UV sphere by comment this out and add this. So position is not calculated like this in this case, but instead just radius times n. Although cos ring, yeah. But so if we do it like this, just old school UV sphere, I want to do it like this, or test it like this, because I want to see how the normals look in this case. And we can see something is, yeah, we're looking at the inside of these right now, aren't we? I think so, yes. Or are we? Yeah, we are. So if we were to do... That's more like it, I think. Still not okay. Actually, why don't we get a wireframe for this one? Oh well, it doesn't matter that much. What's important to notice is that we still have the same normal issue here. Actually, let's flip the normal. Do we want to flip it here? Or here? Or change the winding order here. Yeah, this is where we left off actually. Let's see, first, second. Wonder if we want to try and do... Can we just do... this? Okay, that looks much better. Hate what we're seeing here though. But this has to be... Yeah, this is a line, isn't it? So if we change... If we take this one... And we add this one... Yeah, we have the line right here, don't we? So what the fuck? Why is that? I can imagine, like, if we go too far with the triangles, maybe. No. Okay, it's probably that we're not reusing the vertices, right? So I guess we have two vertices at this point. And this point, and so on and so on. And when we calculate the normals, we don't have all the data, and that's why we get this line here. So Let's just see if we have something like that on the, what is it, latitude? I don't think so. So let's see here. Latitude segments. Okay, so latitude. So it's longitude. Longitude. Yeah. So pi goes between 0 and 2 pi, and 0 and 2 pi are the same points, right? I'm pretty sure. So I think we want to do this. But then we have this one. One sec though. Longitude segment. Yeah, probably. So probably want to do something like that. And then we would like to wrap around here, because now if we just do it like this, I think we're gonna try and get a value outside of the array. But let's double check. Yes. If we do longitude segments +1. So what we would like to do is something like, can we do actually, I'm gonna try, let's see if we can test this theory by doing this instead. And then we do which means that we should be seeing a little bit of a gap. somewhere. I would have thought. Hmm. Okay. This doesn't make much sense to me. It's almost like we're getting a better. 5, 5, 5, 5. You know what? It's +1 I want to do. There we go. So I guess this is pretty much what we want to create. And then we want to... So these, the last points we create here, they should be located here. And then we do... And then we create triangles here using the first point and the last points. Yes. So where do we have the error? I guess we can keep it like this. And then latitude segments, longitude segments. Don't we just wanna do... Okay, so this is how we get to the next line. Okay, we go bottom up, I think. So first, I think we want to do this. Then we also need to... you know what? It's only on this one, isn't it? But we're gonna have to make the triangles a little bit bigger as well. No, we don't. Okay. And can we do int? Derek, hey Robin, did you notice that my badge changed colors again? I got the 6-month one now. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot, man. And I think this is my favorite color yet. Maybe if we can get the blobs in place, maybe we can create some like custom badges out of them eventually. Times longitude segments. Why do we do... Okay, probably know why we're doing +1. Derek, heck yeah, it doesn't change again until 1 year. We should probably have some custom badges by then. So is it 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 6, and then 12, and then maybe 24, I guess. But okay, let's see here. Let's see if I can wrap my head around this. We store our vertices in what is it, latitude? I think we just want to do, like, could we do y is equal to we can do lat row is equal to lat times longitude segments plus 1. And because what I'm wondering is lat row int next, lat row next, right? And then we do this here. Because then we want to do I think we want to do vertices. Let's duplicate this. And we might, yeah, we do it here. And then we do lat row plus long offset. And then we do lat row plus plus long plus 1, but for these two we want to do actually I think, do we want to do it maybe we want to do it here as well. Oops. But we just want to do it like this, I think. Makes me wonder if we want to do it here as well. And second is just lat next row. Yes. Second is lat next row on... yeah, something like that. Yeah, let's try this and see what we get. It's a little bit shaky. Fuck, no error at least. That's good. And the spheres, do they look... they look... I can see some issue here, unfortunately. But I think they look better, don't they? Not really. We have this issue here. I think... yeah, the normal is actually better, but we have this extra long shit going on here. That's not good. It's almost like we create these additional vertices here, I reckon, but then we just skip them. Yeah, and is that because we want to do... do we actually want to do +1 here? Yeah, no errors at least. I guess that's good for show. I think this is it, actually. That feels good. I don't see any seams, and I just hope we're using every vertex. Okay, I think this is good. And the shading looks beautiful. What I'm worried about now is if we calculate the normal ourselves, because I think that's what I want to do. Come to think of it, maybe. So we could probably go with, when we do dynamic mesh to mesh, we can probably add an option here if we want to calculate the normals using the Unity approach or just using the normals we have previously. That might be the best option. I can see, yeah, is that... Yeah, I'm still a little bit worried about this top here. I think we would like... Yeah, I think we have some weird stuff going on here, honestly. Like overlapping triangles. I think we're... I think these are actually quads, but the way... Yeah, we build them, it's like they are just triangles on top of each other, and that sucks. Yeah, I think we can check that out. If we... Let's experiment with... Let's keep this one and the other one. And then we add back this. So now we're having a... Now we alter the width of the blob between the bottom and the top, okay? And... Okay, we can see here, first of all, they are inside out. But apart from that, they look pretty good. Let's fix that. Normal, normal, normal. So I think we... Is this enough by just swapping this one? Let's see, P... Let's try it. No. Really? Yeah, it's the winding order. I guess we could... I'm wondering if it's this one. If we can make it go the other way. Okay, before we get to the bottom of that one, I'm just gonna run AFK real quick, so be right back. Okay, back. Sorry about that. Let's see. So this time around we don't use these two. Derek, hey, can you catch me up on the current task? Yes, I'm just trying to create some variations for the blobs. And currently that is by shape. So we pretty much want to be able to procedurally generate a UV sphere, but we want to be able to decide the... Like at a certain height, we want to just be able to decide the breadth or the... Like how broad the blob is at that point. So we eventually can create a lot of different shaped blobs. And this right here is the method for creating the UV sphere. It's just that we have some minor issues with it. No, I don't get it. When we build the position like this, so the normal like this, we use this winding order. But when we build it like this, we use a different winding order. dydv. Yes, we could just change it. You know what? Let's do it like this. That's not where we want to paste it. Okay, so we have Yo, what's up, Scafer? Good morning, good morning. We do one without the width curve. So for this one, we use this and not this. I think we used EPS. Okay, simple UV sphere creation. Simple and simple, I don't know. Okay, and then we do the one with the varying width. So let's see here. TY ring radius. Okay. I think we're just gonna remove these as well. Okay, and then we do dynamic mesh to mesh. No, dynamic mesh. Generate runtime node, and here we do. Yeah, we send in the width curve. Let's see. Derek, something I've thought about in the past with blob creatures was having them always maintain the same volume regardless of squash or stretch, including when colliding and pushing against things. Never quite figured that out, but that was with SDFs, not meshes. Yeah, I've been thinking about that one as well. Like, I definitely want to explore SDFs. I've said it before. I'm just wondering if I'm gonna do that with the blobs or if we're gonna save that to another more slime-like creature, you know? Because I'm leaning towards having my blobs as regular meshes and then try and implement a simplified soft body solution. So given a blob, we just give them 8 bones or whatever, rig it up using joints, I think, and like do some simple soft body physics for them, and that should pretty much be it, because then we don't need to, and hopefully we can make that soft body physics work when like moving it as well, so when it jumps it squishes and so on and so on. That's what I'm leaning towards right now, and then maybe eventually have some kind of like even more slimy creature, you know. Scaper feels like I need to watch some devlogs, otherwise I'm drowning in motivational drought, but I would like to make my demo for the next Steam Fest. Fuck man, that sucks. Sometimes you just can't rely on motivation. You're just gonna have to say fuck it and do it anyway. Okay, how did I screw this up here? I thought... Oh yeah. We remove that one and then we add one here. Some meta ball like creature with SDFs would be very nice, but I don't know. Okay, now we have the correct for this one, and we can see here. Like, I think the lighting looks sorta good. We always get some errors here, but that's a problem with UV spheres. But still, like, look at this, how this one looks now at the top. So at the top we have a width of 0 here. That's why all of them goes to the same point. But if we change this one to be we change it to 0.2, and let's do it here as well, 0.2. So we do something like this instead, and then we play. So what we have now for our blobs is we have a little bit of an open space at the top here, but you can see here that we have quads at the top. So what happens when we do... How the fuck would one solve this? Is this a problem with all UV sphere creations? Because what happens when we have a width of 0 here is that both this vertex and this vertex goes to 0, which means that these two triangles sort of becomes 1. Or I guess this triangle, one of them becomes a triangle with the top point here, but the other one just becomes a line, okay? And yeah, that sucks. What we're gonna have to do instead is we're gonna have to handle... Yeah, we're gonna have to handle the top here differently when we create the triangles for it. So instead of doing this and this for the triangles, or this and this, we are gonna have to do something differently. Or so, yeah, we're gonna have to check if latitude is, or I guess what we're gonna do is we make this one go from 0 to latitude segments -1. Or actually, I wonder if we can just skip this one. But then we're gonna have a problem. If this one isn't 0, we're gonna get a problem. But let's check it. So I want to do... If we do if lat is not equal to 0 or lat is not equal to latitude segments -1, yes, skip poles. We don't skip the full poles, but we skip half of the triangles for a pole. So let's see how this looks for this case. And then, Derek, I have to mention as well, I don't know, like soft body, it probably won't solve the issue of the blob maintaining the same size at all times, but it will probably help it look like it is. I don't know, we'll see eventually. Okay, so the problem here is because... Yeah, I want to do this check. One sec. Right. There we go. Yes, so in this case we get something like this. But now... You know what? It's not only this. Yeah, sure, this will help a bit. So I think we have less. It doesn't solve the problem we get here. Because the problem here as well is we don't share vertices here the same way we do. In fact, that makes me wonder if icosphere actually is the better option. But I'm wondering if we're gonna have a hard time getting visuals like this. I like this type of look, especially if it looks like something like this, I guess. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah, here we took the wrong... Okay, that's a problem as well. Yeah, this is a reoccurring problem with UV spheres, the poles. I don't know. How one usually goes about solving it. Like, this is a very nice shape for a blob, I would say. Very similar to the like Dragon Quest ish. Probably want a little bit of a smoother here, but anyway, like I'm wondering if a tip like this would even be possible with an icosphere. So then it becomes a question of if we care about this type of shading or not. Maybe not actually. Maybe it's not too bad. These look pretty good actually. I'm a little bit worried still about why would we be getting this one here? Yeah, this is one problem, definitely. It's almost like, yeah, we don't want to do longitude, like we want to measure the curve length. Like we don't want to do every, what is it? Yeah, longitude segment. Right, is it actually latitude segment? Yeah, we don't want to do every latitude segment per the x-axis. We want to measure the length of the curve and do every latitude segment based on that one. So maybe we can get like 4 or 5 here. That's one thing we want to fix. I'm also wondering, like, I'm questioning again if are we still up here? Sorry, I disconnected real quick. Hopefully it still works. Let me just double check. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm wondering if the better option is to do an icosphere. So I don't know, subdivision 2, rounding 1. And then maybe we can, yeah, maybe. Probably gonna have to have more subdivision to make it look better though. Subdividing once adds a lot. But this is probably good. And then if we can make it shaped as well, I don't know. Maybe we can try at least. I want to check one thing. So this is, yeah, we're using Unity's normal calculation here and we get a nice shadow line. I just want to see what happens if we do. Does it get mesh? There we go. If we skip these and we rely on our calculated normals, wonder what kind of result we get then. Okay, isn't that shading almost even better, I think? Okay, I've no idea how changing the width based on height for an icosphere will look, but it's worth a try. If we can make a quick prototype working with the help of AI, that would be nice. So what do we have? Oh yeah. Fuck. We create it like this. And then we just subdivide it. That might screw it up a bit. Or make it harder to solve. Or so I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, this is a bit too tough. Or I guess it depends on how we go about it, actually. T. One could add an extra step. After this one, I guess, but then we're gonna have to recalculate the normals. Might be okay. the better option is probably to take... Yeah, to generate the vertices differently for lat 0 and latitude segments. And here as well, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. How one file changed only? Okay. Yeah, lat 1. That's what we do here. Do we do the same? Okay, so we start by adding one vertex at the top. Do we add one at the bottom as well? No? Explicit pole vertices. Yeah, we have one explicit pole vertex here. Do we have... Actually, let's do cape. Let's see what we have. Let's jump back to get mesh as well. I want to see how it looks with the... Okay, the generated normals definitely doesn't work. But if we calculate them like this, does it work then? Okay. I actually think, yeah, that's way better. Okay, that's good. And now let's see. Yo, what's up, Mercenary Mage? Thank you for the raid, appreciate it. And have a good one. Okay. Let's see. So if we let Unity calculate the normals, we get very good normals. But we have something wrong when it comes to calculating the normals. When we're calculating the normals here, we get the wrong normals, right? Let's take a look. I want to see how they look with the normal material. This doesn't look too bad, I don't think. So what's up with the shading and the extra normals? That doesn't make much sense. Bro, what's up? Normal OS is it the tangent that fucks us? Because we don't have a tangent. Maybe it is. Maybe it is, but oh. Yeah, I think it is. Let's do. Stop this again. Clear. Okay. Disable. There we go. And let's do dynamic mesh, get mesh. Let's re-add this one. So we get the normals like this, but then we recalculate the tangents like this. Okay, if you know what? I just had a thought. I could go and, quote, play my game normally, unquote, meaning that I go from the start, intro, main menu, to the end, and see what I need, and what I forgot, and stuff like that. Maybe it will help to get into the right headspace. Fuck yeah, man, do it. Okay, so it's not only the tangents. So what seems to be the problem? So, oops, so weird to me that this looks good. Okay, it doesn't look good. Okay, good. Okay, let's go a little bit crazy. And make the, what the fuck is it, value of it. And make the value of the decide which solution do, or which calculations do. And then I'm gonna get the normals working as well. I have no idea what changes made the normals break. Oh, it could actually it could just be a issue of, here we have the down, by the way, the one I was looking for before. So top and down. It can actually be just an issue of, now we're actually normalizing the normal. So what do we have? Isn't that roughly what we did previously? We can clean this up a bit. Bro, are you vibe coding? Define vibe coding. Okay, we still have the normal issue. It looks like these are calculated the correct way. I guess we can double check. Number of verts triangles. 497. Generating code or writing code using LLM. Yeah, then I guess by that definition we're vibe coding. Okay. This one we want to remove. I wish. Let's see here. Actually, does the normals work if we... let's see. Dynamic mesh generator runtime node. Does the normals work if we have a... if we create a UV sphere with no width curve here? Bro, wait, you vibe coded the entire code. No, we did not. Okay, so with this one, we actually have proper normals. That's good to know. Dynamic mesh. So, the thing is... so this is how we generate the normal when we're using a width curve. Otherwise, we just do P normalized. P is calculated the correct way. We know this. dydv. The normal calculated when used with curve is true. It's not correct. What can we say? It's... remove this one, remove this one. Okay, let's see if that was the issue. One sec though. I want to clean up this method eventually if we can make this work. This actually looks to be correct. And we have good poles as well. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I want to do one more test. I want to do a test where we set longitude segments to 4 and let's do say 6 and 4. I just want to see if the triangle count and vertex count is roughly correct. So what do we have here? We have is it 6 sides? Yeah, 6 sides. So 6, 12, 18, 19, 20. Number of verts 23. Number of triangles 36. That's not good. Whoa, 1 sec. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. Escape for 1 level blob / slime enemies, very enemy. Hell yeah. Twenty-three number of triangles. Let's see triangles then. So we have 6 sides, right? 2 triangles per side. So that is 12, 24, and then we have 6 here, so 30, 36. So number of triangles is actually correct. Number of vertices I can't make work in my head. Wonder. I mean, it's gonna be important eventually if we do soft bodies on these. We want to make it... We want to make sure we don't get any... holes. Right. Very interested in where we get these. Okay, let's do some debugging then, I guess. So we're gonna jump to creature. Is it here? I thought I put it in creature, but maybe I didn't. Okay, so if it's not here, where did I put it? Dynamic. Like, did I put it here, but removed it? Animate entity. Probably. Okay, I guess we're gonna do this again then. One sec. Yeah. On draw is gizmos. Mesh is equal to get component. Yes. And then we do nah. For each that's more like it. I want to see if we have any loose. Okay. This will probably not. We can do some shader animation later on as well, but let's see if this one gives us any indication. Or you know what? We might as well. I think we might as well print them, honestly. Okay, I'm wondering, so we have 23. I'm wondering, yeah, okay, I know what we have. I think we have an issue with multiple vertices at the beginning or the end here. Should have 20 vertices, we have 23. Let's take a quick look if that's the case. It is longitude, isn't it? I wonder if we're using them or not. Let's see here. Long is less than longitude. Yo, what's up, JD? Everything is going all right, I think. Doing some procedural mesh generation once again. Let's see what here. Create. I don't know if this is the case. Let me try one thing first. Here, we're gonna disable this one. Generate some normal UV spheres, and let's see if we have the same miscount of vertices as well. I think they were... Yeah, we get 3 more vertices than we should. Yes, still do. I think. Okay. The resulting mesh from results in or has 3 more, but actually it's related to latitude segments, I think. or has, I think we're gonna do, has one extra vertex per latitude. I always forget which one is latitude and which one is longitude. Latitude, longitude, latitude. One latitude segments -1, I think. The resulting mesh from create UV sphere has one extra vertex per. Yeah. I think what we want to do is we want to change latitude. Yes, please. JD, yeah, like I've been using it for a while. I'm just like using it more and more. Still has a couple of trust issues. Okay. Yes, this is like, this is what we had previously. Did it actually revert this change? Let's see. And like, I especially like using AI for stuff like this, because this is stuff that has been done an endless times before. And honestly, part of it is a little bit too mathy for me. Does that make sense? And I think this is it. Although I wonder... I think this is it. Yo, what's up, Cooler SK? Let's comment this one out this time around. And then we change, let's up the number of longitude and latitude segments now, and let's see where we are. Let's go 3216 again, so pretty big. Okay, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, we're getting closer and closer. I want to try to ask the AI one more thing, or one more improvement. Let's see how it manages that one. But before I do, I just need to run AFK real quick. So be right back, a couple of minutes. Okay, back. Sorry about that. JD, I think AI is alright at coding now, but imagine in like 5 years. Yeah, it's gonna be sick in 5 years. Probably won't see as quick a change as we have seen in the last couple of months, or I would be surprised if we do. It would be crazy if we do. But I think it's pretty good so far, right now. At least in like, with general stuff like this. Like, procedurally generate a UV sphere mesh. That's very, very basic. But let's see here. So, what I'm thinking about now is that, so we have... Yeah, we're definitely gonna clean this up eventually. But what we have now is, we have a width curve, which decides how the width of the blob at certain points. When we evaluate this one, we do it by V0 and V1. Yes, so we pretty much just walk along the height of the blob, and by a certain step we check the curve, what width it should have, we read that width, and we're done. But that means that if we have something like this, let's see, fuck it, let's go like this. That means that this extremely weird curve, like depending on the step, we might get very long triangles here. So one could think like when we create this blob, we step every 0.1 in the X. So we create vertices here, here, and here, and here, and so on. What I actually want to do is I want to measure the length of the curve and step along it, you know? So that we don't get vertices here and vertices here and then triangles between. So let's see if we can, if I can handle to tell the AI this in a good way, and if it can handle and program it. So I guess it, yeah, it's Y. Yeah, okay. In the current solution for the Y coordinate is calculated linearly along the height of the or sphere. Instead, this should be dependent. This isn't. It should be dependent on the current solution for create UV sphere. The step per, I always forget, it's per latitude segment. Segment is calculated linearly using the radius. Step length, instead this should be done using instead step length should be decided, or should be dependent on the width curve. Hopefully that makes sense. Enough. Otherwise, we're gonna have to dig into it. I wonder... Yeah, we're gonna have to do some calculations on animation curve. I'm not entirely sure. Animation curve Unity. Yeah, this might be a bit too complicated, honestly. I guess we could evaluate the curve at the time. I will see. Why by lat? So here it builds segment weights, V center, T center segment. I'm wondering if we do something similar as to when we want to get a random point on a mesh by summarizing the mesh triangles by, or sorting them by size. We'll see. If I keep everything. And let's stop. Let's see how it looks without any additional change, and then we will save. Actually, okay. I just want to see if this curve still affects it by doing edit key 0.4. Whoa. Okay. That's actually pretty damn good. Although I am a little bit worried about... Actually, I'm not worried at all. This is very good. I think. So if we do... okay, I want to try the worst case again. So if we do... Okay, let's just do this. Now we save. And play. Jesus. That's pretty much exactly what I want. I'm still... still looks... We could probably do it... I mean, it's better, but... I would probably like some more birds segments down here and less up here, but I don't know. That's actually pretty damn good. I agree, Derek. This looks pretty damn good, actually. A little bit worried. Does it actually look... Does it look okay with... Why are we getting duplicated? Maybe. Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at the code it generated. I'm still a little bit worried why we don't get more segments here. But you know what? Nah, yeah. I'm definitely not... Like, the distribution is better, I think. But it's not... We can do better. What's up with the double... Like, I want these longitude... Is it longitude? No, I want these latitude segments to be distributed evenly based on... Okay, maybe that's a better... Is it latitude? I want to see... Let's see how it looked before. We can probably see that we have quite an improvement. So this time around, we have the old solution. We have the same extremely weird shape. And this time around we have something like... Honestly, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I want the latitude lines to be, I want the latitude lines to be distributed evenly along the y based on with curve length. Fuck. I wasn't meant to press enter there, but let's see if that's enough information. I doubt it. But then again, like if I check, if we were to do this manually, we would need to like we want to have an evaluate function, but not depending on the curve. Get keys, span. Yeah, we would probably have to work with get every key. Keyframe. Okay, this is maybe more the amount of code I would anticipate, but let's see. Added arc length sampling. Do I have here? Okay, so the only... Okay, so first we do some pre-calculations. Hopefully we're gonna go through it. I want to understand it if it works, but we do some pre-work on the curve to be able to measure or get steps along the curve where each step is the same length. Very interesting in how that's done, if it works. And then everything else is exactly the same. It's only that we get V by doing this. Where do we have? Yeah, okay, so the V, yeah, we get V from this pre-work and use that V to evaluate instead of the old V here, which was just 1 minus latitude segments. I forget, let's try it. Let's try it. I think... I mean, the top looks good. Yeah, I actually think this is it, right? Although... Okay, I get why we're getting this peak here. Okay, this is it. This is exactly what I wanted. Fucking ace. That's pretty fucking cool, actually. Does this make sense, though? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And then if we go a little bit crazy and we do 64, 32. Still a little bit worried about the top we get here, but maybe that's okay. Okay. Fucking hell, I don't even know where to begin when we're gonna decide the like rule set that actually decides how blobs look, you know? So I guess if we want just a circular blob, we choose this one. We get a little bit like this, okay. And that's okay. That looks good. Yeah. And then we do both tangents weighted, and then we take the bottom here and move it like this, and then maybe we can take this one and move it like this. Maybe let's see what we get from this. That's a okay blob. Yeah, we need to get some eyes in place as well. I haven't really decided about the eyes just yet. I thought that maybe we could do the eyes within the blob, but if we do, we're gonna have to make the blobs pretty see-through. We probably don't want to have the eyes within. Maybe the best is just to have them on the outside. Holy shit. Like, these are beautiful, if you ask me. I love this. That's nice blobs. This is what I would say the perfect blob would look like in the game, with some eyes, but like shape-wise, you know. But like, so if we have this curve that decides how a blob looks, how weird do we want to get with it? So do we want to be able to have more keyframes? Perfect blob indeed. Do we want to have more keyframes that decides it? Or yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this one. I mean, we could go crazy like this. I don't even know how negative would look, but Let's try it. Right? That's too weird. Actually insane that it did work. But then again, you can probably do some pretty sick things with this as well. So look at this. Can we get the normal curve again? So we take this one. Look at this. We take this one. We do weighted. We put this one here. We edit this one to be 0.4. And then we do... Let's see here. Can we insert... Add key here. And we take this one and we do... And we add it here and then we do this. And we do something like that. You could probably do some weird shapes like this. But I mean, you're not gonna have very good topology. But now you have a blob. Now you have a blob with some very custom shape, like 2-part blob. But I don't think we can do anything with this. Coolers, don't divide by 0 and we should be good. Hell yeah. What's up, Kisama? What graph is that? So this is like a custom-made graph using Unity's graph toolkit, and yeah, we have started developing like a set of nodes to procedurally generate different creatures. That's the idea, at least. Yeah, this specific graph is actually a blob graph, so it's pretty cool if you ask me. So a blob is defined by a dynamic mesh generator editor node. We do a UV sphere that takes a middle point or center point and a radius. We also have some longitude segments and stuff like that. And then we instantiate a game object. We set the mesh on that game object. We instantiate material and so on and so on. It's pretty fucking cool. Like, big props to Unity Graph Toolkit. It has actually been a joy to work with so far. But okay, I haven't really decided just yet how I want my like how I want this curve defining the blobs, how it will look. Just yet, or like what keyframes we will allow and so on and so on. But I think we can leave it like this. Actually, we want to go a little bit bigger. Or yeah, something like that. Yes. I guess one thing we could do is holy shit, like this method actually gives me anxiety right now. It's a little bit too... I guess I'm gonna have to learn to live with it, but there's too many parts of this one I don't fully understand yet. Cooler SK, just don't make it too drop shaped or Squeenix will come after you. That's actually like the #1 influence on this shape. But hey, it's procedurally generated, man. I didn't decide for it to be like this. Now with some soft body on this shit, it's gonna look amazing. Yeah, exactly, like boobs are the influence, not Dragon Quest. But there's so many options to do the soft body as well. We could just do a square like soft body, so we add bones here, which deforms it, but I don't know. Cooler SK, a boob, is this a PG-13 game? Now, the problem is, I don't know what the rules are, but I would love to have like beer and stuff in this game, so it's probably gonna be PG-13 anyhow. I guess. What's up, by the way, Sam Smite? Do I want to get into... Nah, I'm gonna have to do some read-ups on soft bodies as well, but I would love to add soft bodies here. Honestly, this is too many vertices as well. You know what? We can probably even automatically procedurally generate the LODs here as well. That's insane. Like, we could do... In fact, that's true. So when we generate this one, we can generate LODs as well. Yeah. This is probably more like... Yeah, this is probably more the amount I want. A Cooler SK, dang kid need to drown his sorrow of being in the wasteland with blobs using alcohol. I don't know if we're gonna go that dark. Subsmite, maybe you can call it mead instead of beer. Does that actually lower the rating? Because if so, that's one hell of a loophole. Cider, maybe. Or if I say alcohol-free beer. Root beer. Just a small root before the beer text. But okay, I'm actually... I love what I'm seeing here. This was... Like, this method here would probably have taken me at least 9 hours. But now with AI... down to 2. That's pretty damn good. Although, like, still anxiety-inducing because I don't fully understand everything here. And I probably want to clean it up a bit. But other than that, beautiful. Oh, why don't we have... Oh, do my highlight not work with... Maybe not. I think we have a problem with the highlight as well. Do we? Highlight render pass. That's something I didn't know. Yeah, I think when we render these to the highlight... okay, that's good to know. Akisama, what's your favorite AI tool? Honestly, I don't know. Like, I've used this one the most, so like the one that is integrated into VS Code. And, I mean, you can choose whichever you want, right? We can probably take, so this one right here, curve, or actually, yeah, all of this. This is just like pre-calculations to make it possible to sample the curve at certain length intervals. So we can probably put this into a extension method for animation curve. That's probably the best option, I would say. We can clean this up a bit. But I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, okay, I want to, first of all, like this transparent method we have is, or this transparent shader is a new shader, and I just noticed like right now that it doesn't work with our selection implementation. So I would love to get that in place real quick. I don't think it should be that big of a problem. I think it's related to, let's take a look at the highlight render pass. And we have universal forward, SRP default unlit, Blender bones. And then we have cell shade, lit, transparent shader. And we have universal. I think it has to do with this one being transparent, honestly. Or that's my first guess, but we'll see. Render queue range all. Sort. Scafer, can we get rid of all bugs in software, please? Yes, please. Okay, so my initial idea was that it had to do with this. Unfortunately, it didn't. But if we just do... I'm gonna try one thing here. If we do render type fake, and yeah, we still don't have. It actually might be, let's change this one to 2000 as well. Still not. Okay. Hmm. Escape from multi-compile. Good question. I think it compiles this one into multiple different shaders, one without main light shadows, for instance, and one with, and so on and so on. I know that that's... yeah. But we can also... check if I were on the money or entirely wrong. I hope this one understands that I want this as a question and not as... there we go. What the fuck? I'm wondering why this one... maybe, yeah, maybe it's the Q here as well. Geometry. Yeah, let's try this. Oh, 1 sec actually. One more. Creature. Animate. Yeah, we're not able to focus this, but we are. Blob attributes. Okay, but let me see. Creature. Where do we have it? Mesh render. We actually changed it to highlight as well. Why won't this render? Interesting. And so what did we have here? Yeah, Unity compiles both variants, one with the keyword off and one on. And shady feature creates variants as well. But unused ones are, can be stripped more aggressively. Cool. But let's see. Okay, so if it's not this, then what is it? Render type opaque, Q geometry. We can focus it. Pull back. Let's just see if... I want to see what happens if we take this one and we do cell shade. Gray material. So we just make it gray, save, and play. Now we can highlight it. So it is to do with the material, okay? It has to do with the material, I mean. Hmm. I have no idea. Oh, maybe I do. Or do I? Hmm. I guess we can check. Problem is that if we highlight this one, we press pause, and when we enable this one, I don't know if we're actually... Okay, so we're actually drawing this object. But then when we do highlight render as... Blit texture. Hmm. I'm wondering if... So we are drawing it. Why isn't it included? I think it should be visible here, but yeah, I think so. Let's see. Add blit material, active color texture. Yeah, so highlight render pass. When we do this one, and then when we do create scene texture, it should be here, but for some reason it isn't. What have I fucked up in? Highlight, apply shader. Oh, is it actually this? But we do highlight value bigger than 0.0. So I don't think so. But who knows? Now we get it. So let's just do foreground color dot A is equal to 1.0 F. 1.0 is okay. Then we don't have it anymore. What the fuck? Reconstructed outline color. Then it works. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Then we do blend source alpha 1 minus source alpha. So something with the alpha controls this. That doesn't make any sense. We do... But maybe it does. Maybe. I don't think we're using highlight mask anymore, but maybe when we do highlight render path, when we render to this one has an alpha channel though. Like, I'm wondering if we render everything with an alpha less than 1.0 has an alpha 1 or has an alpha 0. That's the only guess I have right now, and I wonder why that would be the case. I wonder if we can do, yeah, let's see, cell shade lit transparent. I want to change this one again, transparent. And then we change, we quit this one, we take this material, Brom shader, which I thought would be 3000, but we do transparent. And we play. Okay, we can't highlight, but can we highlight? if we do return 0. Not 0, but return or we do reconstructed this again. Yeah, then it works. So it's nothing to do with it being... Yeah, and then if we do 0.5 here, then it will probably not work. Okay, then it works. 0.1. That works as well. I hate that these render yeah, we can screw with that eventually. But okay, that works as well. But if we have 0, then reconstructed outline color. Then it doesn't work. But if this one is 0, that just means that we don't add any outlines, right? On the inside. So we just do this. Fuck.
They came from Brazil.
Yeah, that just means that we take this. Okay. So the result of this one how does that make sense? Okay, I think I get it. So this one actually has an alpha of 0. So blend source alpha 1 minus source alpha. We probably want to do keep destination alpha, maybe. Or just do yeah, blend default. I thought it looks like yeah, we're not getting very good outlines if we do it like that, right? Actually, we are. One sec. Remove that one, or and then we do this one, blend default. There we have it. And then we have some additional selection outline together with this shader that doesn't really work. But we're gonna get to that eventually. So like this one, I think. But I like the selection outline being occluded, actually. I think that's beautiful. But yeah, we're not gonna fix that until I know exactly how I want to do it. But I think that's gonna be it for today as well. We have some nice... We can now choose, or we can now procedurally generate the shape of the blobs. I think that's good. Didn't really get to do as much as I would have liked this week. Next week, we might have time for the things I want to do. I'm just a little bit worried about that we're losing some outline here as well. Probably not. Or... Nah, I don't think so. Look at this, we actually get blurred selection, refracted and blurred selection outline as well. That's pretty cool. So we can change. But yeah, so we're going to continue with these blobs next week, and hopefully, maybe, possibly, I will be able to stream a little bit more that week. I haven't really decided just yet if I want to get the soft body for the blobs working first, or just doing some basic movement. Eyes, soft bodies, and basic movement. We'll see next week. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Appreciate it, and have a great rest of the week and weekend. Peace.